Armond was born in Tehran, Iran and attended Don Bosco Catholic School. Athletics was his biggest love and he was a star athlete in 3 different sports. He graduated from high school in 1964 and attended the National University of Iran and received his Master of Arts in Architecture and City Planning. Immediately after high school graduation, Armond joined Iran's Ararat Athletic and Scouting Organization and stayed a member until 1978 when he moved to the United States of America. Except for getting married and having children, joining Ararat had the biggest impact on his life. It was here that he first learned about the joy of volunteerism and teamwork, which has stayed with him to the present. Armond joined Ararat as an athlete, but in the meantime became a member of various committees.
Between the years of 1964 to 1974, Armond blossomed as a basketball player. He was the captain of both Ararat and the National University of Iran's All-Star team. Later, he became a coach and a player of Ararat. During this period, he was selected to Iran's national youth team and Tehran's All-Star team. But the highlights of his basketball career was captaining Iran's university's All-Star team and participating in the World University Games in Turin, Italy. In 1974, Armond married Zarik and they had 2 children, Artin and Alina. Due to the circumstances, in September of 1978, Armond and his family moved to the States and settled in the city of Glendale. Like most of the immigrants, Armond couldn't continue his trade and instead became a businessman. However, the new world and its challenges didn't stop Armond from continuing his volunteer work, so when in December of 1978, Honorary Glendale Ararat chapter was founded, he was one of the first to join, and later his wife and children joined as well.
Armond became the chairman of Athletic Division's first board and after that a member of Honorary Glendale Ararat chapter's board of directors and is chairman for 2 terms. He was also elected to the Honorary Western Region's board of directors. Although being on these boards took a lot of time, Armond never forgot his love of basketball and for a period, he coached several teams at Ararat. In 1981, he led Honorary Western Region's All-Star team to the first World Honorary Basketball Championships held in Montreal, Canada.
Armond was the chairman of the committee in charge of finding and purchasing a new center for Honorary Glendale Ararat chapter. And finally, after several years, the center became a reality and Armond became its first executive director and helped in its development. Coming to the States gave Armond the opportunity not only to support the Armenian American community, but to expand his volunteerism to other organizations. He served on Glendale's Red Cross board for 3 years. When he was invited to become a member of Pacific Edison Committee, there was no hesitation, and later he became the chair of its implementation committee and was also invited to become a member of the Glendale Downtown Strategic Planning Committee and chaired its transportation and parking subcommittee. From 1995 to 2003, Armond was appointed to the City of Glendale Transportation and Parking Commission and served on that board for 8 years.
To this date, Armond volunteers on various committees, works tirelessly on building relationships with various Glendale-based organizations and corporations where he has promoted Honorari's mission and values and has inspired many generations of volunteers that have crossed the front gate of Ararat chapter, which is no surprise that he has received recognition from organizations such as the Armenian National Committee, ARF Aharonian Committee, and the Honorary Western Region.